I don't want to re-enter this because of the slips on 97s. Those are more recent slips. And there's that liquidity band at 97.50. I mean, I mean that was the bottom tick, but a little too goofy in there for my liking. This could be a VPOC roll. They're hitting the upper slip. So it has mean reverted, which is good. Let's see if we can this pull back down. Can this pull back down at all? That's what I need to see. You do have a, oh, they're getting goofy here. Let's see if they can create another set of slips. The problem is the volatility is so low that these slips like have such a shorter lifespan, it seems. There's that upper one. Oh, they're getting fucking nuts here. It's 110. You have this nice upper slip. Can probably lean on that. I don't like the location though. I don't like the location. Picked up a tick again. Oh man. Tired of picking up fucking ticks. I'm gonna wait. This just is not good location. It's just not good location. Nice little blowout right there. There's your. Let's see if it can two leg. Here's your paw. Here's your stall. Come on, second leg. Nothing is happening. Here's that slight second leg. That is a fucking shit second leg. There it is. There's that second leg. Just it wasn't an easy entry. It had to been on that bottom tick, but there was too much skating. There's your second leg. Right up in that section. So high probability that it doesn't continue. I mean, it could rotate back in right here. I mean, it could continue. Don't get me wrong, but for a third leg, there's a high probability that that third leg isn't immediate. So because of that, again, short 325 because this really needs to be a scalp on this 225 because this could roll back in. We're out of that thing for a few ticks. And then this may actually continue at this point. This may actually continue. We'll see. But that was a two-legged move and it didn't immediately drop in and it's hitting the highs. Now there is a lot of aggressive slipping lower, that's for sure. Now it could top tick fours. We'll see. But this could put in one of these thinner channels that continue to walk up. It could be an aggressive long. Nice little set of slips on the fours here, right here at this high. Nice little set of slips. Very thin. It's most likely going to continue to walk. Because it was a two-legged move that fucking didn't retrace. So, I mean, to me, this is a breakout at this point. I mean, clearly, right? But now that you have all this liquidity up here, you have all this slip in the fours back to 375. I mean, this could still pin. It goes into this like 3-tick channel, and we've seen one here, and then there was another one somewhere the fuck else. I don't remember where. And you have a more major channel on this upside. There's that blowout. Now the higher time frame is all reclaim. So let's see if she jams back down. See if this is a V. This does need to be zoomed in. Look, there's a shitload of reclaim back here that might be in play. Right there. I don't know how clean it is because that time frame's a bit high. And also, if we look here, this big fucking gap. We'll see though. I mean, there's a fuckload of reclaim above. Clearly, they're attempting to sell. But this should have dropped in a bit more aggressively. And also the fact of the matter is this profile is so blisteringly. Let's get rid of all this. There's too much mess. The fact of the matter is this chopping was here all fucking day long. So this is a bit beyond a top tick. It already top ticked. To me, I do see this continuing to rally potentially. Now this channel could be an issue. But you also have all that reclaim. So that's sort of where the context is there. Like the narrative is there. Well, I'm doing fine myself. Um, so I do understand how fucked up you can get in this. though. That's why I'm really quick to pull ticks. Look at that. There you go. And this big fat neutral curve is clearly blown out. So I mean, the move off of this could be pretty immense still, in my opinion. Again, with the reclaiming, and then on the weekly, you have this fat gap here, fat reclaim. I don't know if it's going to take all of it, but we need to go back in time and start looking at what exactly how thin. Let's pull this down because that's where we're at currently. Let's look at this reclaim from, I don't remember how many days ago, but that reclaim, we're at 08s. Right here from this specific day. It really isn't. What are we at? 3800s right here. 38, we're right here. All that's going to be your reclaim. All that, look how thin that riff is. Potential 40s, but that's a fucking too much of an extreme move, man. I don't know what the upside target is necessarily here. Now the problem is it going to extend this neutral profile, and this is just a tail. What's wild is we never fucking bottom ticked, and we top ticked earlier in the session, and it has been revisited at this point. So contextually, I still see a move up, especially with all that reclaiming to 40. But I mean, shit, that's a ways away, man. We don't have that kind of volatility. I mean, it could steamroll.
Top robotics company in Japan this week. 4 robots being developed for military applications killed 29 humans in the lab. And they did it by shooting what he called metal bullets. I didn't know there was any other kind. The scariest part is that lab workers deactivated 2 of the robots, took apart the third, But the fourth robot began restoring itself and somehow connected to an orbiting satellite to download information about how to rebuild itself even more strongly than before. And this next sentence is a quote. I'm writing this down. I've been doing this for years. This is serious shit, Linda, but you're never going to hear about this in at a top robotics company in Japan this week. 4 robots being developed for military applications killed 29 humans in the lab. And they did it by shooting what he called metal bullets. I didn't know there was any other kind. The scariest part is that lab workers deactivated 2 of the robots, took apart the third, but the fourth robot began restoring itself and somehow connected to an orbiting satellite to download information about how to rebuild itself even more strongly than before. And this next sentence is a quote. I'm writing this down. I've been doing this for years. This is serious shit, Linda, but you're never going to hear about this in
Bit of a top tick, and you do have a blowout profile. Back in the Vernie, man. You can see a clear curve being built out. That slip back up, that could be dangerous. Could come right back in. Complete. This is, you got a nice curve here. You got to complete at 1075. We'll see though. I still think this is a screamer up a bit. Just the volatility in there, so it could just steamroll its way up. All these order flow headaches just to go back to drawing. I'm gonna kick you, man. You're out of here. The trading's been more than about order flow. Order flow is a complement to other things like auction market theory, and I've specifically been talking about how channels have been playing out and the micro ranges forever. I don't know where that guy came from. I mean, seriously, my trading isn't just order flow. I'm not sure if he came in through that video I posted yesterday, but if he did, I was clearly talking about this bullshit. I don't know, that shit's fucking annoying. No, he wasn't a new user, didn't have the leaf thing next to his name. Well, how the fuck long has that guy been here for? I've never seen him post. He was part of the report card group. What? I never let that guy into the report card group. The same people that have always been in there are in there. Pelt, Retro, Slim. I don't know how he got that tag. Oh, fuck. He changed his name. Fuck. Whoops. Alright, don't change your fucking name. I didn't fucking know who that guy was. Oof. Nah, one Slim. I don't know who that was. I don't remember who the fuck it was, but I added them and then, who was that, man? Why did you change your fucking name? Uh, oh well. Yeah, that was a fuck up on my behalf. I mean, seriously, dude, if you guys change your names and I ain't never seen you before, I don't know how to fucking write to the guy. Let me fucking unban him. It's just like, dude, he wasn't posting in there though, to be fair. Uh, my bad. Let's see, server settings. Oh, unban the guy. Sorry. Sorry. My bad. Let me fucking, oh shit. Let me message this man. He ain't in the server. You're gonna have to rejoin. Oh, it can't be delivered. Because we're not in the same server. Whoops. Well, he can come back if he wants. He was never posting in there. I don't remember. Hi, everyone. Was wondering if their daily report card. Oh, I added him and okay, I remember that guy. I don't remember what his name was. Damn, man. Yeah. He wasn't posting in there though. That. Oh well. Try to send him an apology letter. Yeah. These stupid fucking channels fucking have been working now, man. As dumb as it is, why I don't fucking know, but it does. I mean, for the longest time, I complained about channels and how they would fuck me up. And then started fucking trying to figure out how to actually use them and not get fucked up by the motherfuckers. Dom and tape is merely to assist. For me, at least, for my trading system. It's merely there to assist. Obviously, the slips come off the Dom, and that's very powerful shit. This thing is just continuing to walk. scale some right here. This is a fat fucking trade. Actually, I don't know. I might get flat. Oh, it was right on this bitch. So we got in at 0350. I think I'm gonna fucking call it there. Locking in 3,000 on the session. Haven't had a 3K day in a hot minute. Well, it's gonna be less. 2 and 50 on that. Okay, so what was happening right there was it second legged, but yeah, for me that's just such a good fucking trade, and this little fucking channel is so immense. So what happened here? Let's zoom in. Damn, I feel bad. If that guy comes back, somebody let me know, and I apologize to him. Oh, sorry. He's here. Okay. Sorry, man. Are you in here? AK, are you in here? I'm fucking apologize. I think you changed your name. Is he in here? Please tell me you're in here. Fuck. No. Dude, let's see. I need to apologize to this guy real quick. I need to apologize to this guy real quick. Hold on. My bad. Sorry, man. I don't know if you changed your color, your profile picture, your name or some shit. I didn't fucking, but my trading's been more than order flow. I didn't know if he was being sarcastic. Like if you were somebody that wasn't here, I thought you was a brand new person and just being sarcastic. It'd be one thing if you've been here. I'm apologize for that, boot man. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. And maybe we can hug it out. I'll take your silence as a yes. No, you're fine, man. It's like I apologize, dude. I didn't know. I just realized that you was in the report card group, which you should be posting in there, by the way. But I apologize, man. I fuck up and make mistakes. Like I was trying to send you a message and all that bullshit. Hi, the report. I don't think I was at it. You were, Dave. You was in there. I'll re-add you, Dave. Download the template and post. And there's little meetings in there. I'll re-add you. Yeah, man. I don't. Okay, cool. We're good. I'm sorry, man. No, just like these fucking lines. I just want you to understand. I don't know how many streams you've caught, but like, it's been more than order flow. So it's like a combination. I mean, these stupid fucking channels have been working. I was telling them I used to get like I can trade ranges pretty good. Once it ranges, I'm pretty decent at ranges, but once uh it starts to channel, I get fucked up. So I started to go, okay, well, instead of these fucking me up, how can we use them? Uh, because clearly they keep fucking showing up. Why? I have no fucking clue. Um, yeah, Peter, I fuck up, man. If I fuck something up, I'm gonna apologize. It's just like sometimes I get real harsh and shit, and I know that's something I need to work on as a person, and I do. Like I've worked on myself for a very long time and shit, but I fuck up. I fuck up. So I'm sorry, AK man. It's just like sometimes when you guys change up their pictures or their names, and I don't, and then they're like, "You were in the report card group." I'm like, "Wait." So I'm sorry, man. I know you forgive me, but like I feel bad. Uh, but like so in the last video, I do touch AK on the last video I posted. I do touch on these channels. I touch on ranges, and then um, and a lot of what was touched on in that video actually happened here. So I do want to share that. So let's look at why was that? Where was it? It was right in here. We said what was the entry at? I don't remember. 08s or some shit. Um, what was it? 08? 08? Oh, 350. Oh, 350. So let's look at this and just talk about it. So it was in this section. So bigger picture, this is probably going to be good to just actually start to screenshot and write about it. Uh, let's look at it. And let's start screenshotting it and talk about it. Where was it? Yeah, that's the top tick right there. And it absolutely decimated it. So let's go ahead and draw this. And then here's the bottom. Never bottom ticking. And then let's start marking it up. And this might help you, AK, understand why this was what it was. 'Cause price action is very important. Like, where is price testing rotating? And for how long? So let me pull up the pin tool real quick, and we're going to start to mark this out. So this is number one. I mean, this definitely might continue to run up, but for me, it's just like, man, this is a good trade. Um, never looked at the P&L because I pulled it because of that too. Never bottom ticked. Number two was never a bottom tick. And then obviously we kept going up. I did get short here at one point. Um, But actually, we do want to kind of like actually not. I don't really need to talk about that one. It was more so like right in this section, where actually let's go ahead and talk about this as well. And then number 4, and then we'll zoom in and then start to break down what happened. But like a lot of the trades I was taking were like, okay, we'll pick up a tick, pick up a tick, pick up a tick. That one started to have a shitload of context to it. It also started to work out relatively immediately. Um, so let's save this and then kind of write about it and then start to review it, because honestly I'm happy with this session that I'm going to just call it quits, especially where it's trading now. There's really no, I mean, initially I'm looking for it to cross back through the mean, the bottom tick. You know what I'm saying? Um, which we attempted here, and then it pulled it because of this V out. I didn't realize there was a bigger channel setting up. Um, but then again, I don't want to be fading this motherfucker until this actually blows out, and that's exactly what it did. Like I really don't want to be getting long, and if I do long, it's gonna be more like a scalp or some shit based off of smaller shit. But like it's not good to long something like this until it's actively starting to press out. And we never bottom tick, so that really was a little weird. Let's go ahead and drag it into this. And Dave, you're in the report card group. You need to scroll down on the left side. Uh, so she might still go. So let's pull this in. Okay. And then we should actually get rid of tick strike because it's in the way. It's the World Series party in Houston. Parade or whatever the fuck. So number 1, did that actually get tested after the first hour? It definitely did after within 45 minutes. So that was kind of a sign of a neutrality. Um, top tick within the first 45 minutes. Number 2, not a bottom tick. There should have been a bottom tick in that section. Also, what's interesting is if we draw a center line, let's look at a center line real quick. Most of the chopping was on the upper side. Not a bottom tick. Most chopping was above center line. So contextually, there should be a move lower to at least be bottom tick. Number 3, neutral profile. See, in these higher time frame, these higher time frame profiles don't have the cleanest of. What about the 3-year composite? It's kind of in the middle of this bullshit. This one's a tough one. Like, for me, it's just best to be looking for a gap on a 3-year. These 3 years get weird, and I did ignore it today, so like like it rotated in weird wait. Yeah, because this is a 10-minute chart, so the open would be in here. See, it's kind of goofy because you have this other curve here and it bounced it twice. But for me, it could bottom tick and this mean suck it back in. There's really no solid areas. I mean, yeah, you got a bit of a gap there. Oh shit. Wait a second. Was that a gap jump that I totally missed? Well, that was a gap jump, but it took fucking forever to pan out. It took forever to pan out. It took it wasn't very clean. It was right here. There was a lot of drama on it, but once it went, it went. They jump better in higher volatility environments. That's a tough one, though. Yeah, that's interesting, though. Number 4. Blew out a 3-year gap jump up. This was no longer a top tick intraday as it ran too far. And I believe there was a couple of legs in there. Let's actually zoom in. If I'm not mistaken, there was a two-legged trade I was looking, or a two-legged move. This was it. Yeah, that was it. What price is that gap jump at? 98.75. Let's actually bring this in. 98.75. There's the gap. And too far. The gap jump was at 98.75, which is the pink line. I should have been paying attention to that. That's the thing, man. Like, looking at these fucking channels and shit at this point, start to forget to look at other crap. You know what I mean? So, did she ever hit 20? Not quite. So there's the jump. We definitely need to zoom in though on this section. So there's the second leg. So right when it started, what is it? 03, 75. And what I'm gonna do is I need to export my trade logs, timestamp it, because that export is working really well. I got the math dialed up on it. Seems that your entry is a little late compared to the 3-year gap. Yeah, well, Cosmo, I wasn't paying attention to that damn fucking gap. You know what I mean? You're absolutely right. But the context of the trade was the market already top ticked. It should roll in. And then I remember I initially started getting short, right? Like what the hell happened? Oh, I added okay, let's control alt D. This needs to go back to the other chart, right? Oops, actually wrong shit. Remember I was getting short up here, and it made sense. But contextually, the fact that it blew out past this top tick by quite a bit, right? And the fact that it put in a second leg move, and then it didn't immediately start going down because I did short it, and it was more of like I don't remember if it was a tick or a break even. Um, Somebody's sending me a DM. I hope they're in here. They're not. Okay. Uh, it just blew out further than this top tick. Like it just came a lot further than where this top tick was, man. And also remember, I was getting short here, and I go, I don't know. I don't like how it's pinning up here. I didn't like how it was sticking up here. I didn't like how it was staying up here because this is sort of first deviation. Don't look at the VWAP first deviations because that is first deviation of the VWAP. But when we're looking at the profile structure, first deviation is going to more so be up in this section. It's obviously different now because the profile is expanding, so it's dragging this blue line up. But at the time, let's say about here, first deviation is this green line. I didn't like how it was turning all over it. Uh, so for me, that was sort of a potential hint that it could break out. So it was short in there, and then it did that fucking V flip here. Obviously, it continued down, but um, that got me out of the trade, which it was a nice little trade. And then the fact of the matter is, it's turning up here. I didn't like. Um, because a lot of the times when these neutral profiles break out on the top end, they start turning up in this section. They start turning and bumping and rolling, and they keep pinning the high. Obviously, in here there was a mass amount of confusion, and then once it started to bump out, like this was the this wasn't the top tick, but again, it's doing the same thing, right? Yeah, it wasn't quite the top tick. It double topped, which it very well could have sold off, but then it started to bump and pin up here for a while. Like, yes, it's a very small while, but typically this bumping and pinning is a sign it could go. It's never worth assuming that um, and taking a trade without having some other criteria to get into it. But then if we go to this, and we'll screenshot it. Uh, I may be stupid, but do you have red days? But yes. This guy wants to know if I have red days. Yeah. What was it? Mm, last month. Yes, last month we had 4 red days. Now, but I didn't hit my DD on all of those. Just 1, 2. Okay. And then the prior month, uh, the prior month of September was 3 red days. Hit my DD twice. My DD twice. Negative $337. Oh yeah, that's because of the commissions. It was a green day, but the commissions got me down on that day. Yes, I absolutely do have down days. Anyways, typically around 3 to 4, which is decent, I would say. And it's usually never back to back. If it's back to back, then there's a fucking major problem in my trading. So let's go ahead and start marking this up. So, see, that gap wasn't clean though. See how it chopped the edge of the gap, Cosmo, on the pink line? They're just taking a trade. Hold on. Okay, so right here we need to mark out 1, and then we need to mark out 2, because that is a gap. I do need to know about that. 3 would be leg 1, and then right here, this would be 4, the pause, 5, leg 2, and then 0350, which is right here. Let's actually, oops. Let's actually, 0350 was the entry. At what time? Let me double check the time on it. The time on it was, the entry was at 12:56, 1:12:56. Was it, which pivot was it? 1:12:56, 1:12:56. Right there on that crosshair. I think. Yeah, somewhere's in that section up above at 350. Okay. Because it did pull against me a little bit. Right in here was the entry at 350. Also, we do need to make note of 6 as well. So 6, that's quite a bit to go over, but this is the same thing that happened on Friday. If you guys remember being here on Friday and breaking down the trade. If not, then the last video I do talk about that. Um, it did create this little blowout profile. And then we did use I mean I did use slips to assist the trade. So there was a slight slip zone above me, even though it was coming back, and then I got in like right on the point of control of this smaller profile. So um, uh, so we do need to add that in there. I mean that this is just the play of the day. Obviously, I mean it's just. But again, there was so much fucking context on the thing. Um, I wish that would have been the only trade of the fucking day, to be honest with you. But number 1, the high of day. Never top picking this area though. Number 2, that's the 3-year gap jump edge, and you're Cosmo pointing that out was a good observation. Just look at that profile because I didn't. Leg 1 blowout. Number 4, pause. Number 5, leg 2 blowout. I want to actually spell it. Leg 2 blowout. Um, this second leg move pushed us beyond a top tick. Also, this should have been the more major pivot and sell off. I shorted up at the top of 5, but market was not pushing. Let me double check that if I broke even on that or not. I don't remember. No, I made $200. I made 2 ticks on this. It was just stalling too much. Market started to track sideways, creating a small